Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm the Beater Boater, also known as Justin, and in today's video I'm going to take the all-new LiquidLogic Hot Whip down to Montgomery Whitewater and put the boat through its paces. I'm going to give you some first paddling impressions and tell you what I think of LiquidLogic's new spicy half-slice boat. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's do a quick walkthrough of the all-new LiquidLogic Hot Whip. So this is one of the new half slices in their lineup, and let's look at the bow styling here. So if you notice this cutout here, I don't know that it's very functional in terms of shedding water off the bow of the boat, but it is definitely a legacy styling cue that points back to the Remix. You also see this same cutout on the RMX. So up front you got this beautiful bow rocker here. Got these really nice grab handles. They're big. I can get my big paws in there. You've got your molded in LiquidLogic logo. Come on down the side of the boat here, you got this nice LiquidLogic lay-in graphic. You got some really good solid LiquidLogic plastic. I think they have some of the best plastic in the industry. I won't go too much into the outfitting, I've got a whole other video on that, but I really do love how this seat cover wraps up, and you've got this cushion here for your shoulder when you're carrying your boat in and out of a river or water park or wherever you may be paddling. So let's come back here to where the business end of this thing is. Look at this slicey stern. So this thing is kind of swept up, and it's got this nice little swallowtail. As we come around the end of the boat here, we see this nice molded in drain plug. You got another great grab handle, and look at this awesome Hot Whip logo. How cool is that? You got Mr. Jalapeno Man. You got he's holding his little 8-ball here, which indicates that the boat is 8 feet long. So let's talk about some specs of the boat since we brought up 8. So yes, the boat is 8 feet long, as we just said. It's 26.5 inches wide. It weighs 42 pounds. It has 62 gallons of volume, and it has a claim paddler weight range of 120 to 240 pounds. Look at this beautiful fresh plastic here, not a scratch on it. Brand new boat. It's going to be fun today. But let's look at these rails. So LiquidLogic has done something interesting. They've put the same rails on the Hot Whip that are on the RMX that are also on the Sweet Ride. So they have one rail on all their boats. And check this thing out. It runs the length of the boat here, comes all the way back to this tail that ought to be spicy and fun. And there's your look at the hull and the edges of the LiquidLogic Hot Whip. Okay, so thanks to the power of editing, up until this point, you've only seen the really cool footage. You've only seen the success story of my first time in the LiquidLogic Hot Whip. So now it's time to pull the curtain back and get real with you and show you how much I actually struggled in this boat today. guys. So at this point, you've seen the good and the bad and the ugly from my day at Montgomery Whitewater in the all-new LiquidLogic Hot Whip. And so what are my first impressions? What do I think of this boat? So let me preface this conversation with a few things. Number one, I've not paddled a whole bunch of half-slice boats in my time. As a matter of fact, the only half-slice boat I've ever paddled prior to the Hot Whip is the Jackson Antics 2.0. So the Jackson Antics 2.0 that I've got, I think it's probably the most forgiving and the most beginner-friendly half-slice. So if you were moving into a half-slice and you were looking for the most beginner-friendly in that genre, you would definitely shoot for that Antics 2.0. So what's the story of the LiquidLogic Hot Whip? It's very spicy. So it's a very playful boat. You've got that really short, very slicey stern. And what I felt today was that the water grabbed it all the time. So it was always kind of engaging and grabbing, and it was a very challenging boat to paddle. The Hot Whip is right on the edge of my skill set as a paddler. And so it's right here at this threshold where, guess what? In order for me to truly enjoy this boat, to truly unlock it, my skill set's got to come up. So what do I think about that? Well, I'm excited because I think this is a boat that if you're an intermediate boater and you're looking to challenge yourself and you're looking to get into downriver play more, you're looking to surf, you want to learn how to stern squirt, I think this is the boat that's going to make that happen for you. You know, it's going to challenge you and kind of help you to push yourself further. I also think that this boat is probably awesome for advanced paddlers. So if you're somebody who has already learned how to stern squirt, you've got a good history with half-slice boats, and you really want something spicy and fun, and you're into like maybe downriver play, downriver freestyle with a half-slice boat, this boat is awesome. So what do I think about the boat? I think it's a great boat. I think it's going to be a great tool to challenge me and push me further. I struggled with it, I'm going to be honest with you, but I don't think it's a bad boat because I have seen so many other intermediate and advanced paddlers in this boat paddling it, and they just are so successful with it. So Colin Hunt is actually one of the LiquidLogic paddlers. He's taken the thing down the Green River Narrows and has done some amazing things in this boat. Brandon Baltich, if you look up and do a YouTube search on Brandon Baltich and the Hot Whip, you're going to see some really cool footage of him doing all kinds of amazing runs in this boat and just really owning the water with it. So with that being said, I've got some work to do. I've got to play more. I've got to surf more. I've got to push myself to a point where I can truly unlock this boat and appreciate it for what it is. So let this be a little bit of a story for you. Maybe at some point in your paddling career, you buy a boat and the first time you take it out, it works you like a part-time job, because that's exactly what happened to this guy today. So should that discourage you? Does that mean it's a bad boat? Not necessarily. What it means is you have this unique opportunity to challenge yourself, to step up your game, and you have this new tool to do that. The other thing that's really awesome about buying a boat that is like right there on the threshold of your skill set is, guess what? All those runs that you've done that you know and you've got memorized that maybe you're a little stale or boring, well, guess what? You've got a boat now that you can take and challenge yourself and spice up those runs. So that's kind of my assessment from a first paddle today. I hope you found the video useful. I know you definitely found it entertaining, and I totally lived up to the Beater Boater name of my channel today. All right, guys, we'll see you on the river.